That's weird. You said different before we started recording, but okay.
We're entering our flop era.
Shit's bleak out here. All right.
18 plus. Who wants to get milked?
It's kind of quality we have here. Debate this.
I need the edge. I need what the raw, unfiltered internet can bring you.
This is probably only going to be the third or fourth dumbest thing I've said today.
That's for nobody.
Just out there raw dogging the internet.
Way more hog than I expected.
It's about as much hog as I anticipated.
This is going to be one of those episodes, isn't it?
Here comes the cow. Here comes the cow.
All right, let's get this over with so we can play Magic. Hello, welcome to Debate This, the show where no one is right, but someone is definitely wrong. In this show, we take time out of our busy adult lives to talk about comic books, video games, and how somehow, in some way, the Fire Emblem series keeps churning out some of the best free-to-play mobile games out there. That's
three.
for me. Well, there are two. It's Fire Emblem Heroes, which came out a while ago, and then which just came out as of this recording 4 or 5 days ago, is a game that none of you have heard of called Fire Emblem Shadows. And it's really neat, and I'll talk about it in the post-show.
The Nintendo mobile game entries have all been like
so hit
solid.
Or miss.
Oh, I was going to say like a solid like 6.5 to 7, I feel like.
I would say they run the gamut of... Like Fire Emblem Heroes, I think, is one of the best gacha experiences you're going to have on mobile.
Mm-hmm.
The Animal Crossing one was real bad. That was a real bad one.
Yeah.
Mario Kart was fun until you realized that it was like punishingly play to win. Yeah. So I think they've really it really depends on the manufacturer.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've realized as you say this, I've not played a single Nintendo mobile game ever.
I liked Mario Run.
It's probably for the better.
Yeah.
I also liked Mario Run.
Yeah, Mario Run.
You're not
okay.
really missing stuff, but like if you're ever hurting for something to do, stand it in line.
Yeah, I mean, we all poop.
You could do worse. Yeah. Everybody poops.
Everybody poops.
So the FDA eliminates fiber from our diets.
Whoa,
now, what
that's
a segue.
Terrifying idea.
Now, what a segue that Todd just made, because guys,
like
this year has truly been one full of horrors.
Capital T, capital H, the horrors.
The horrors. With all of the gestures to the impending fascism and the such. Now, as you're listening to this, you're now immediately looking at your smartwatch or the calendar or time app on your device or phone, and you're saying, "Oh shit, it's October, isn't it?"
It's October. It's not 2030. Like it feels like.
Yeah, it's
the
already
ended last year. Right?
It's both already and only October. and everyone at home collectively, that's what we did too. After all the years that we've spent doing the Spooktacular Express, insert train noise here, you'd think that we here at DT HQ, we would have had this whole Halloween thing like blocked off on the calendar months in advance, but alas, here we are at the end of the universe in October once again, and we have zero plans for Halloween. So
can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah.
This is like a non facetious.
This is not a bit.
No, this is not a bit.
Okay.
In your adult lives, so let's say like college, like post college, have you ever had Halloween plans before like 2 days before Halloween?
No.
And I do realize Matt professionally haunts, and that's different.
Matt professionally haunts.
I'll recuse myself from that question.
Yeah.
The short answer is no.
Yeah.
It's only been very recently that I have had a job that the schedule didn't come out a week beforehand, so I can make Halloween plans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if anyone else knows this. Halloween is the worst holiday if you have ADHD, because to have a good costume, you need to plan ahead of time.
Yeah, and that's just anti-ADHD.
ADHD doesn't allow for that. So any Halloween costume I've worn post-college, during and I'd say probably since I was a sophomore in high school, is something that I could whip together in 2 hours maximum. So
typically the best kind of costumes, honestly. The most creative, I think.
Yeah.
I am not disparaging costumes whipped together in 2 hours, but my like dreams and my ability are vastly different size lines on a bar graph.
I get that. I mean, I would say the years that I am not working on Halloween or am not actively haunting, I have no plans until I hear it's time for the kids to knock on the door, put out candy. Like, I vibe with that for sure.
I'll put my thoughts on the Christmasization of Halloween in the post show, because I could talk on that for hours, but
just nothing.
Yeah, sorry. It was just one of those moments where art was imitating life a little too much for me. I just wanted to make sure that like I'm not the degenerate, that we are the degenerates.
No, I think
we are the degenerates.
I think we're all the degenerates, but because the most powerful thing in the world is the power of friendship, I think if we combine our forces together, we can beat ADHD.
You know, I gotta be honest, it's been 8 years, and I do not think we've made any progress.
Together, the four of us can create one functioning adult.
This also sounds like something the FDA would push, Andrew. Our friendship can beat ADHD.
I couldn't even finish that sentence. So something, we're going to make up quick Halloween plans, but we're going to do it by copying somebody else. And who better than to take a page out of the book of some of my favorite Nintendo franchises? Anyway, here's one singular Halloween expert, Matt, Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem Cole, and two other guys that are also here, Todd, Fatal Frame Maiden of Blackwater Thomas, and Kyle, Deadly Premonition 2, Harper.
I feel like we need to like tie Matt's proverbial arm behind his back here to give us
he's going
fighting
first.
chance.
I might have done that. I'll be completely honest. I might have done that to myself because I came here to talk about a dumb, silly thing and not really answer the question. So
Matt, look
let's
around
go.
Yeah. Where do you think
Where
you
do you
are?
think you are?
Yeah.
That's true. It has been 8 years.
God, I pitched the same episode idea twice within a year and a half. What do you think we're doing here?
It's true. Yeah.
Consummate professionals.
We are all but babes, but children. So let's start with the easy stuff. The first and probably most important thing to preparing for spooky season is what that costume. So tell me which series of franchise you're going to highlight, and then what are those proverbial characters going as this year? Think like every Homestar Runner Halloween episode where the first thing is which characters are they dressed up as? We'll start with you, Matt.
Yeah, so this Halloween, I would like to invite everybody on a island vacation. I was going to say tropical vacation, but Yoshi's Island isn't really tropical. It's just an island. And that's where we're going for Halloween, to Yoshi's Island, a place that is both an island and has dinosaurs. Hey, you know what else has dinosaurs and islands? Jurassic Park. And we're doing
Honestly, hell of a segue.
We're doing Jurassic Park at Yoshi's Island, but it's going to be new and fun and spooky because that's what Jurassic Park is now. I mean, it used to be this awesome, like sci-fi, cinematic, the most amazing CGI we can do. And now they've invented new dinosaurs to put in scary jump scares. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make our dinosaurs into dumb, scary Jurassic Park dinosaurs. Dinosaurs like the Mutodon. Are you guys ready to see a picture of a Mutodon?
No, we're not doing new Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, we're doing new Jurassic Park.
Matt could say any collection of syllables with Don or Sora at the end, and I'd believe him.
Let me read from the official JurassicPark.fandom.com wiki. Mutodon are a failed mutated dinosaur pterosaur hybrid of Velociraptor and Pteranodon, and are the secondary antagonists of Jurassic World Rebirth. And that's what we're doing. We're going to do a Jurassic World Rebirth themed Halloween party on Yoshi's Island. Because that's terrifying. Nobody's ever seen that movie. They won't know it's coming. It's so scary. You come in thinking it's about dinosaurs and you've got to face a Mutodon.
It's got a good point. No one saw that movie.
It's not a good point. It sucks.
I have 3 points. 1, Jurassic Park has always been a horror franchise. 2, is Yoshi's Island just Australia? 3, I feel like you're just reading AI-generated SCP entries at me. And that's all I got.
It wouldn't be Spectacular Express without AI generated SCP entries.
No. There's no AI slop here. That was straight off the dome. And again, from JurassicPark.fandom.com/wiki/Mutodon. Kyle. So that's answer 1. Answer 2. I do think Yoshi's Island might be Australia. You might be right. Number one, you said Jurassic Park has always been a horror franchise. And I agree with you 100%. I had a traumatizing event in the Jurassic Park, like, arcade quarter, sit in the Jeep and watch a little movie thing at the local Giant Eagle when I was way too young to get in it and was terrified of the Jurassic Park movies for a long time. The new Jurassic Park movies are not like, it's scary because you're on an island with dinosaurs. It's like, look, we mixed 6 dinosaurs together in Blender. Yes. Jump scare.
Yeah, the new ones are definitely less horror and more like, what if we made Turok into a movie and called it Jurassic Park?
Yes.
More Chris Pratt.
He's not even in the last one. We're 5 years beyond the Chris Pratt-verse.
It's ScarJo now.
No one saw it.
I read the synopsis on JurassicPark.fandom.com.
His synapses were
Do you know
wild.
Colin Jost's wife was in the newest Jurassic Park?
Yes. The thing that gets me is that at one point these new Jurassic Parks, and we've already talked about it just now, their plot was like bigger, scarier dinosaur. Like, the exec wrote those words on the board and circled it and was like, reopen park, lead to that Chris Pratt falls in love with dinosaurs? Because I think that's a plot point.
Unrelated, I'm pretty sure Yoshi's Island is more like a Madagascar or central southern Africa due to all the melons. There's a lot of melons in Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, there are a lot of melons. So I'm kind of mixing between like Yoshi's Island and Yoshi's Story, but like all of your favorites are going to be there. We're going to have those little water puddles that lift up the platforms in Yoshi's Island. They're going to be dressed like Scarlett Johansson. And then we'll have a Chomp Chomp that's dressed like Mahershala Ali, who is also in that movie. And then, of course, everybody will be so excited to see a piranha plant dressed up like Jonathan Bailey. It's going to be great. We're doing Jurassic World Rebirth, a movie I have not seen, but my partner's little brother told me it's really not that bad. And I don't know that I can agree.
That's a glowing review.
What more can you say about movie number 7 of the Jurassic Park series?
Is it 7?
No, dude, it's 10.
I was
It's 10?
There was a trilogy.
10?
There was a trilogy, and then The Lost World came in. I think that was the 4th one.
No, okay, I'm
The
sorry.
Lost
You're right.
World
It's
was 2.
7. It's 7. You're so right. It was 7.
There's two
trilogies, and this is the third one.
Did they?
Third
Okay,
trilogy.
But no.
This is Jurassic Park: The Force Awakens.
Yeah, they did 3 Chris Pratt movies. It was Jurassic
Chris Pratt
World
in all 3?
Jurassic World Dominion, yes, and Jurassic World.
There's no way you know what they're called. There's
3
no
Jurassic, 3 World. I got 2 or 3.
There are 8 Jurassic Park movies because
8. What's the 8th?
The holiday special. I always forget the holiday special.
So there was the trilogy: Jurassic Park, The Lost World, Jurassic Park 3. Then there was Jurassic World.
Yeah, that's the Chris Pratt one.
Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom.
Yep.
Chris Pratt 2.
And then Jurassic World Dominion.
Wait, there's something called Battle at Big Rock. What's that?
Oh, I think that's animated. I think that's like a
okay, good.
kid's
Never mind.
movie.
So we're at a soft 7.
And an OVA. Wow.
This is definitely 7. Lock it in. Final answer.
I couldn't tell you anything of the Chris Pratt movies past the first one.
Which one of you
watched them.
beautiful
They're bad.
idiots put the screenshot from the 1993 Mario Bros. movie?
I did put the 90s Yoshi in there just to remind everyone that they did a like real life animatronic Yoshi in the Mario Brothers movie that was not bad.
And look how much it looks like a Mutadon. I'm telling you, Yoshis are going to look so much like Mutadons, you guys.
My bigger takeaway is that technology hasn't advanced in 30 years is what we're getting to.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sad now.
Yeah. Todd.
Yeah, that's great. We're not doing dinosaurs, but when you think about spooky Nintendo properties, you just immediately you think of Luigi's Mansion. So you don't have to look any further. We're doing Luigi's Mansion. And when you think about Luigi's Mansion, there's very obviously source material that influenced that. And so I'm bringing the right answer, which is a Luigi's Mansion and Ghostbusters crossover. So everyone can stop asking Luigi if he's wearing his Poltergust 5000, ironically, 20 years later. Like, Luigi, why are you still wearing that? The mansions, they've been de-ghosted. And he's like, Aha! That's because that's how he sounds.
That's the only thing he says.
Transported.
So let's go through some costumes here just real quick. Obviously, Luigi will be dressed up as one of the Ghostbusters, probably Bill Murray's character, Peter Venkman. That just feels right. We're also going to get Dr. Egad for those who played any of the Luigi's Mansion trilogy. That's right, there are 3 Luigi's Mansion games. Dr. Egad is the crazy science man who gives him all of his tech, and so he's going to dress up like a Ghostbuster as well. He'll be Egon, the kind of like brains. That feels right. Luigi has a pet in, I think, the second and third one called Polterpup. It's a little ghost dog.
Yeah, it's a little ghost dog.
Yeah, that's going to dress up as one of those weird nightmare dogs. Remember the big scary dogs in Ghostbuster? That's how Polterpup will dress up.
Not Slimer?
No, that's not going to happen. We don't need that here. Polterpup's too friendly for that. And last but not least, just again to name some outfits here, King Boo will be dressed up as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. That kind of seems pretty good. I'm trying to not think about King Boo with legs because that feels like a tough image to think about. Yeah. But King Boo will be Stay Puft. We're doing a Ghostbusters X Luigi's Mansion crossover. It's going to be a good time.
You got 2 of the characters. Great.
Todd.
Name more than 5. Don't name more than 5 Luigi's Mansion characters. They're all
it's just Mario characters.
Yeah, it's Mario characters. And
Professor Egad is
it's legally distinct caricatures of archetypes of ghosts.
Yeah. Todd, would you guess there are more Luigi's Mansion games or Ghostbusters movies?
I'm guessing there's more Ghostbusters movies.
And which would you guess came out more recently? Which one had a more recent release?
There's a Ghostbusters movie, the Paul Rudd Ghostbuster movie.
Yeah. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, another movie that I'm pretty sure isn't real and no one has seen, but
I've not
definitely
seen that
exists.
And could have gone
has Paul Rudd in it.
Of the Batgirl movie, and we would have been okay with it.
Yeah.
No, it came out in 2024.
Jeez. I have not seen a single one of the new Ghostbusters movies.
One of the Stranger Things kids is in it.
Yep.
Yeah, Finn Wolfhard.
I did see the Ghostbusters one that had like Kate McKinnon and had Chris
the Paul
Hemsworth
Feig
as a himbo. I think I did watch that one.
And then 2 more Ghostbusters movies came out after that.
The 2 apology movies that came out after.
Yeah.
God.
Sorry we tried to have women in our franchise. We'll never do that again.
Was not
with
cool
a nerd property. You kidding me?
Yeah. Cool. And here we are again. Kyle.
Yeah. So I've been hanging out with the cast of Metroid, the Metroid games.
The cast of Metroid, Kyle.
They have been planning and preparing a fantastic alien-themed Halloween party. The movie franchise Alien, another movie franchise with way too many entries and movies that definitely came out but no one has seen. But we're focusing on Alien and Aliens, the good ones from this franchise.
Those are the good ones.
Yeah.
Samus is going to be Ripley. Ridley is going to be a xenomorph, the xenomorph.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Ridley as Ripley would have been pretty funny, though.
Ridley is pretty good.
I will absolutely confuse that at some point in the next hour of this podcast. We're gonna have we have a Metroid there. Baby Metroid is gonna be a face hugger for the evening.
That's really funny.
Yeah,
and good. Then there's a lesser known boss, Chica. Is going to be a chest burster. Chika, Chykk. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but it's going to be a chest burster. And that's everything from Alien and Aliens.
I was going to make a joke about name all the Metroid characters, but now that you've kind of framed it this way, name all the Alien characters.
Yeah. Done. Did it. There's a game over man guy, and that's the only one I don't have represented here.
I'm on the IMDb page and IMDb, and I'm like, I don't know, John Hurt.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Bill Paxton.
Yeah, Bill Paxton.
I will say,
I do like the idea of Ridley just as Bill Paxton's character. That I like. I might counter pitch to you.
I am sad to be the one that didn't bring a Sigourney Weaver movie. If I would have known we were all doing Sigourney Weaver today, I would have brought a Sigourney Weaver movie.
Yeah, Todd and I talked before we got here. And
I knew you guys colluded against me, you motherfuckers.
Is it bad that as soon as you said that, I was like, who did Sigourney Weaver play in Luigi's Mansion?
That's really good.
And then I was like, oh, wait, that's not what we're doing here. I got it. We're good.
I cannot wait until the animated Luigi Mansion with Charlie whatever from It's Always Sunny comes out and they announce Sigourney Weaver to be Dr. Egad.
Well, that'll be ScarJo.
I was trying to think of a third Sigourney Weaver horror movie, and The Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
That's a good one.
I don't know how we do a Cabin in the Woods.
I don't either.
That's weird because I feel like her being in that is referential to the fact that she is.
Yeah, The Cabin in the Woods is just Until Dawn.
It's just Until Dawn.
Yeah.
Or Mario is Missing, maybe. Somehow
hey, there we go.
Make that happen.
Maybe we do get there.
That's not bad. Well, let's move on. So guys, the key to any good Halloween party, as I know, a Halloween expert, it's the main attraction. Now, whether that's a fun house, a hayride, a hay maze, or a haunted pumpkin patch, or any combination of those nouns in between, there's got to be a gimmick to put the proverbial spooky butts in the proverbial spooky seats. So tell me, where is the party that your character or characters is hosting, and what is that key attraction that's going to get everyone else there?
Yeah, so of course it is going to happen on Yoshi's Island, or Isla Yoshi, which we will put up a big sign to keep in the canon with the Jurassic Park theme of not using the word island. I discovered via this wiki today that they're Isles now, I-L-E, not even I-S-L-E, I-L-E, Isles, not a word I'm sure is real. Anyway, so Isla Yoshi, and we are going to have a spooky, haunted Jeep / hayride ride. Now, why Jeep? Because Jurassic Park, and we didn't have the budget to do those weird photography orb things. And hayride, because it's Halloween and everybody loves a little haunted hayride. You kind of bop around from locale to locale, and eventually, so this image is wild that somebody just put in our notes. We'll get back to that. You bip bop around, you go to a couple of different scenes. And the thing that's fun about a hayride is you get to kind of follow a plot. So when you climb in to the hayride Jeep that is going to be driven, of course, by Pachyderm, that weird freak with the stop sign, you will go through the journey that Scarlett Johansson and the other people in this movie go through, which is trying to recover DNA from
as he pulls up the wiki.
As I pull up the wiki of 3 of the biggest, scariest dinosaurs around. They got to get the juice from the mosasaur, which is the one in the water. They literally have to get one from the air, one from the sea, and one from the land.
It's just Avatar, Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
All movies are just video game plots now.
Yeah. All movies are just video game plots, but everybody's going to lose their mind when they come around the corner and they see the bone dragon from Yoshi's story dressed up like a Titanosaurus. Titanosaurus, the made-up Brontosaurus that they created for this movie.
It's just a Brontosaurus that's bigger. It's just bigger.
Is that the fire crystal one? Is that
that's the
fire
land. That's the land.
Oh,
no, there's not a fire.
Crystal.
It's just the other one. It's like a big-ass pteranodon that I couldn't confirm was actually invented for the movie. And then specifically a Mosasaurus, which is the big fish looking one, and in the Chris Pratt movies it ate somebody. Now
it has like a big whip tail.
Yeah, it does. Now here's the thing. Here's where it gets really spooky scary, you guys, because at the end of this big old ride, obviously you are going along trying to get all of your bits and bops, the DNA samples. The plot of this movie is trash. And you're going to run into the biggest, scariest dinosaur ever created. This is a real image that I'm dropping into the notes. You will see. I got to find the name of the Yoshi character who's going to play him. Ghost, who is one of Baby Bowser's pets. Let me drop a picture of Ghost real quick. It'll make the joke better. Okay, so here's Ghost from Yoshi's Island. He's this weird little green freak. Now he's gonna come out dressed
Yoshi's
as
Island was a fever dream.
He looks like a big serrano pepper.
This fake dinosaur called the Distortus Rex. Blam.
Shut up.
That's the big bad of the Jurassic World Rebirth movie,
man.
you guys.
Shut up, Matt.
I'm so serious.
That looks like dog shit.
It's terrible.
It looks like they're going to try and get Michael Chiklis to play him in 2 more movies.
I was thinking it looked like something that Andy Serkis would mocap. I want to read from JurassicPark.fandom.com. The Distortus Rex is a mutant Tyrannosaurus and one of the 2 main antagonists alongside character name of Jurassic World Rebirth. The Distortus Rex was created in the Isle St. Hubert incident in a research facility for Jurassic World. Multiple attempts to perfect an experimental Tyrannosaurus were made, which were all unsuccessful. The mutants that resulted from testing were deemed Distortus Rex. That's actually the voiceover that we're going to read to people on the haunted Jeep hayride. And then blam! That weird ghost thing that looks like a serrano pepper is going to pop out with 4 arms.
Is this technically an insect because it has 6 legs?
Unsure. Fair point.
How that works?
I think that's how it works.
Does it have an exoskeleton?
It's got kind of a stinger situation. It literally looks like a monster from Fallout. This thing is wacky, and it was in a main title Jurassic Park movie.
It's kind of like if Donkey Kong was cosplaying as a Deathclaw.
Yeah. It is kind of like
thing
that.
Is that if I saw the infant version of this and I was a scientist, I would drown it.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, man.
I will make a big Instagram post if you follow us on Instagram at Debate This Cast. If you want to see all this nonsense, I won't even make you subscribe to the Patreon for it. I'll give you this nonsense for free.
It's just a treat.
The Ian Malcolm quote is so pervasive in this series, and it kind of becomes a fourth wall breaker. Something. Just because you could doesn't mean you should keep making Jurassic Park movies.
Your execs spent so long asking if they could make new Jurassic Park movies.
Yeah.
No one asked if they should. Yeah.
I was going to say Spy Kid Steve Buscemi is more prescient here. Do you think God stays in heaven for he fears what he's made on earth, or whatever the quote is?
Yeah. All right. Todd, what's your answer now?
Yeah, not that. So this party is going to be hosted at the titular mansion that Luigi is in.
Sure.
I think he explored it in the first and the third one. I don't know if there was actually.
I think
mansion was a metaphor in the second one.
Yeah,
I think they're all different.
Owns the mansion in the first one. I think that's like his house.
He won a contest. And in the first one, I don't know about the second one. I truly
The second one is like a bunch of different mansions. It's like
the second one kind
episodic.
of feels like in season 2 of Prison Break when they had broken out of the prison and they were no longer in the prison. The prison was a metaphor. The third one is like a White Lotus situation, so that's what we're going with. This is specifically the third mansion, or the mansion for the third game. And, at that point, him and all the Mario folk went to an island to relax and said, oops, here's a spooky mansion. So we're going to host this party at that spooky mansion resort destination. The kind of whole gimmick here is that aside from it just being a big mansion, it's going to have kind of the Super Mario World or Super Mario 64 kind of physics where every door leads you to a new themed space that is anything from the Mario world. So guests can enter one door and they suddenly find themselves in a drastically different location than they were in the foyer before it. So go in one door and you're in a spooky desert. It's desert and spooky. You go through another door. Spooky snowscape, spooky sherbet land.
You had to stop yourself from saying spooky snow globe, didn't you?
Snow globe and spooky. Go through a different door. Now it's like a spooky garden kind of terrace with a fountain statue that watches you as it turns, and you're debating if people are still gonna bob for apples after the pandemic.
Yeah,
that's the whole bit here, that it is a island retreat mansion with spooky gimmicks behind every door, and each one is different than before, and that is attractive. Unlike this dinosaur that I'm forced to look at. Spooky, fun, White Lotus mansion adventure.
I like this especially because the paintings in Mario 64 famously one-way destinations.
Yep. Well, you just got to keep opening more doors. You'll figure it out. But it's also like a fun party.
It's cute.
Fun party.
It's great. Kyle.
Yeah. So we all know Halloween parties the two big things you want to make sure you have done. You hang out in a cool location. Halloween's the only time of year you get to throw a party in something that's not like your friend's living room or backyard. And then you want to make sure you get a lot of good pictures taken of your costume. And so we are going to have both. The party, to get that industrial vibe of like an abandoned spaceship, we're just going to throw our Halloween party in the abandoned construction lot down the street that construction stopped on it 3 or 4 years ago, and it's still there. Is it safe? Probably not. Is it spooky and cool? Absolutely. Do you want to go party in it? Hell yeah, you do.
I don't know that I do, though.
Yeah, you do, Matt. Don't lie to me.
Conflicted. I'm 50-50.
Don't lie to me.
Kind of want to go party in the abandoned construction.
Yeah,
lot.
Todd's cool. I knew Todd would come party with me.
Kyle is just setting up for an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
And then when we're there, the big draw is we have set up some great, like, professional looking sets from Alien and Aliens. So you can take pictures recreating scenes from the movies in your Halloween costume. But like a fancier photo booth is what we're going for here. So Metroid, I said, was going to be dressed up as a face hugger. There's a block of time. You can recreate the face hugger scene with a Metroid instead of a face hugger prop.
You just put a Metroid on your head.
Put a Metroid on your head.
It'll be
or
fine.
you can do the chest burster scene with Chika. I don't know how you say this.
What's a word that wasn't meant to be said out loud?
It is not. Absolutely not. Or you can take a picture with Ripley, who's just Samus, on the bridge of the Nostromo, which is just going to be Samus's gunship. That's part of why we had to do it at an abandoned construction lot, because we got to land a whole spaceship there. But I know some of you don't like your picture taken. I'm one of those people as well. So if photo ops aren't your thing, Ridley will be taking all comers in a challenge sparring match to recreate the final showdown from Aliens, complete with a working recreation of the power mover. So you can climb into our fake power mover and play wrestle with Ripley. Ridley.
There it is.
I did it.
We got it.
Yeah, as the mother xenomorph.
It's pretty good.
I kind of want to go to Kyle's party.
I know.
You can go wrestle with Ridley in an empty construction lot.
I have 180 degreed on the construction site.
Yeah, you did.
He brought me back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, guys, unfortunately, much like the Highlander, there can only be one big bash Halloween party. So each of you need to tell me how you're going to convince everybody to come to your party over the other two. We'll start with Matt.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to need to do any convincing. I have an island, and that's where the party is. It's on an island. You want to go to an abandoned construction lot or an island. And then thing number 2, everybody loves Jurassic Park. We're not going to tell them it's Jurassic World Rebirth. Obviously, that's the theme we're doing. But everybody's going to be so excited to dress up like Sam Neill and Laura Dern. Everybody's going to have their shirts open like Ian Malcolm. It's going to be great. People are going to be so excited. Somebody will probably even dress up as like Mr. DNA, the weird DNA strand from the video. They're going to be so excited. And then we're going to hit them with deep Jurassic World movie 7 lore, and they're not even going to know what happened, but they're on an island, and it's going to be pretty hard for them to leave. That's what makes islands scary. You can't get off them. And everybody's going to come of their own volition, and we're kind of going to do like a James Gunn Scooby-Doo situation. Well, it's like, oh, you're on the island now. Sorry.
Or like a Jurassic World situation. Isn't that just the plot of Jurassic World?
Well, so famously in all of the Jurassic World movies, there's somebody whose plan is to escape. There's somebody who's going to make a break for it at the end, and that's why there's always a way off the island.
You're just saying, like, fuck it. We go down with the ship.
Yeah, you're just here now.
Yeah.
Also, a thing in every Jurassic Park movie is someone who's like, the storm is here, everyone's trapped on the island, except for me, the guy stealing things from the island.
Yeah.
Who then gets killed by a dinosaur.
Who gets eaten by a Distortus Rex or a Mutadon.
I think
so dumb.
The bit aside here, the one thing that Matt did really, really get right is at the beginning of every Jurassic Park movie, 95% of the actors you deal with are like, this is so cool. Like there's never more than one or two people that is like, guys.
No one except one person ever remembers the previous tragedy from the movie before, and that person is treated like
dog shit.
Like like an outcast who makes up like a fun killer. They get treated like they're just trying to ruin everyone's fun. Not like you're all on an island in the middle of nowhere with dinosaurs.
Well, it is weird that like in the Jurassic Park canon, every movie exists in the same universe and has happened in a linear timeline.
Yes.
Whereas like every zombie movie, that's the only time zombies have ever happened. Nobody knows what zombies is. Nobody knows what vampires are in vampire movies. But somehow in the Jurassic Park movies, they are all on one timeline and no one learns from the past. I guess that's like real life.
Well, the other thing that I would add too is that if we go back to that and say that, everyone but one person in every Jurassic Park movie thinks it's an awesome idea.
Yeah.
If you ever throw a party and every single person has a blast in the first half of it, except for one person, that's a good ROI. That's a good ROI on your party.
Yeah, exactly. As long as everybody gets home
the
safe.
back half is people getting eaten by dinosaurs.
Well, you just end the party before the
dinosaurs.
Back half of it. Yeah,
exactly.
Then that's just people getting home, and they're left to their own volition.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have an Uber code. It'll be a discount. Type in Isla Yoshi for 10% off your Uber ride back from the island.
Nailed it.
Yep.
Todd.
Yeah, we also I'm also going to add we also have an island. So check box for island versus abandoned construction site. There's two of us in that column. Here's the thing. We have real ghosts. There are real ghosts in this mansion. At the end of Luigi's Mansion 1, 2, and 3, or so I am led to believe, all the ghosts go back to being benevolent beings that are just there to hang out in the afterlife. So they're just here to party at this interdimensional beach house. And here's the real deal. If I was throwing a legitimate party and I was like, oh, hey, real quick, my party is going to legit have non-violent, friendly ghosts in era-appropriate attire that are just over-embellished with their mannerisms. And they're just going to like vibe while we have our beach house mansion party. Wouldn't that make you want to at least go check it out?
Disney would sue your ass for copyright on the Haunted Mansion.
Sure would.
I mean, the mansion is haunted. I'm not calling it the Haunted Mansion. There's no capital T.
It is a haunted mansion, Matt, not the haunted mansion.
The mansion on the hill that happens to also be haunted.
And here's the other thing, that every single room is like a fun, spooky era, archetype of a caricature experience. And there is zero candy corn in any room of the house except for Professor Egad's laboratory because he's a freak perv. And I can't...
I'm out then.
Two thumbs up.
You get to go to the freak perv dungeon and have candy corn with Professor Egad while he watches you eat it and he doesn't blink.
I will get off this podcast right now and go downstairs and get my fresh bag of candy corn.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
Justice for candy corn.
Justice for candy corn is what I'm saying.
No, I know we do this every year, and
you can eat packing peanuts and have the same experience. Just sprinkle a little honey on it.
Packing peanuts, eat some of those circus peanuts and black licorice.
I also like black licorice.
I'm not on the black licorice ride, but I will ride or die for
Professor in Egad's freak perv laboratory, and that's where you get to hang out while you eat them, and he watches you eat them.
Ye of little taste.
Every time you swallow a bite of candy corn, he goes, "Was that good?"
Could I get that clean one more time?
Probably how he sounds.
Certainly not.
Kyle.
Yeah. So if a working recreation of the Power Mover and getting to stand on the bridge of Samus's gunship isn't enough to get you to our party, did you know Mother Brain makes incredible brownies? The food at this party is just going to be off the hook. I don't know what else I can do to sell you on alien-themed Halloween party in an abandoned construction lot.
I love this. I do feel like I have to say, show your work.
Yeah.
Come to the party and try the brownies. I don't know what to tell you.
There it is.
Source, trust me, bro.
Put it on the flyer, right. Post on a telephone pole.
Yeah.
There it is.
Get in this van, there's free brownies.
Insane brownies. And other treats. I'm not hinging at all on these brownies, but like I think I laid out a pretty cool party in the first round in the second question. If that's not getting you in the doors, I don't know, go have fun in on one of the islands that have fun paying for that airfare and going through customs, I guess.
Is this the first time
mine's down the road
that somebody's answer to the third question was like, yeah, whatever, but my answer to the last question?
Yeah. It can't be the first time, but it doesn't happen too often.
I do want to add that I don't believe that my island is in international water, so you don't need a passport. You are going to Australia if you go to maps,
Where do you have an island? I thought it was a house party.
Yeah, I missed the island bit.
Yeah, why do you have an island?
No, Todd said White Lotus, so island.
Yeah, it's like
at some
it's a
point.
mansion on an island.
Oh, it's on an island because he said it is.
Yeah. And
I think mine's the only one that's canonically on an island.
That's my real answer. Mine's down the road, I think. You don't have to leave the zip code to come to my party.
Construction site where that Walgreens was before they demolished it. It's there.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it makes the directions pretty easy.
Yeah.
Do you remember where there used to be a Walgreens?
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. But before we go, I want you to all think of one last thing, and it might be the most important. Someone's getting kicked out of this party, you guys. These parties can't physically function at 100% capacity. It's impossible. Somebody from your chosen franchise is going to get kicked out of this party. Who is it and why? And we will answer that right after this. And we're back. Somebody at each of your parties is a little problematic and is probably going to get too rowdy or too whatever, is gonna need to get kicked out. So starting with Matt, tell me who from your party is getting kicked out and why.
Yeah, unfortunately, that sick little freak Pachyderm, the guy with the stop sign, he was the one driving the Jeep / hayride haunted adventure. And we should have checked on him. Maybe we should have switched somebody out. We didn't know he had a hidden flask up there with him. And the last Jeep ride was a little wobbly. He almost took out one of the actors. So we are going to have to ask Pachyderm to packy it in for the night. And we're going to let him sleep it off behind the barn. That's okay. Everybody was kind of over the whole Distortus Rex Mutadon thing anyway. So we're inviting all of the actors back off the trail. We're going to close it down early tonight. We're pulling the projector screen out. We're just going to watch Jurassic Park. Just the first one. Nothing scary. Just Jurassic Park. It's going to be awesome. Pachyderm is asleep. We can't kick him out. He lives here. But he is no longer allowed to drive the Jeep.
His unblinking eyes.
Yeah. I can't believe the weird drifter who drives the Jeep is the one who is problematic.
Matt, I can't believe you captured the shared college experience of all of us of the guy being problematic at the party unfortunately lives here and can only go so far away.
Yeah, man, you can only ask him to go to his room.
The sentence, "We can't kick him out, he lives here," is burned into my head.
That's a universal constant for anyone who's ever lived with more than two people in college.
Yeah.
Todd wrote a crime in our notes.
You don't need to worry about it. So first and foremost, King Boo was asked to leave pretty early on because he kept staring at people when they weren't looking and like sneaking up really closely behind him. And then when they would look at him, he would turn incorporeal and like cover his face and turn away. Just not cool. Like the vibe was bad. So we did make him leave early. The real answer though is about halfway through the party, we did notice that the high C ecto cooler punch bowl had been spiked and had become like all viscous and syrupy. Well, that's because Luigi was the punch. Luigi made himself the punch. Yes,
Ew.
He did bust out of the bowl like Slimer, and he thought it was very clever as he like shook his Luigi juices everywhere. And like I said, he thought it was very clever, or at least he would convey that emotion if he had the capacity to experience complex emotions behind his lifeless ditto eyes. And so... yeah, Luigi was gooping up. He was gooping up the place, and without anyone's consent, mind you. And so we did have to, we loaded up some rocket of Professor Egad, and we dropped him into a remote vastness of international waters. It doesn't solve the problem permanently, but we were able to, well, we have to flip over the counter of days without Luigi incident back to 0. But honestly, we're just thankful we made it this far to 2025 without a Luigi incident. But yeah, we did jettison him into perhaps the Antarctic, like the 1960s movie The Thing, where they flew the goop monster to be frozen in the North Pole.
Todd, are you not afraid of creating a situation where Luigi like becomes international waters and now the ocean is just Luigi?
Kyle,
did you consider the ramifications of your actions?
Yeah, Kyle, I'm in constant fear that Luigi may become one with every body of water, but
it should be.
Us dropping him in the ocean is not raising that probability.
Have I ever told you guys about the movie Ghost Shark?
Yeah.
I feel like you have.
So what you're describing with Luigi is a ghost shark situation where he could conceivably appear in any body of water at any time. Yeah. And not a passionate Luigi lover, not familiar with the lore. I know more about Jurassic World Rebirth than I know about Luigi. But what's weird to me is that, like, you know so much about Luigi. You bring up Luigi more than any other person I know, man.
That is true.
We might talk off the episode about putting a moratorium on Todd and Luigi. Just because
he just keeps
Luigi from me, and now you're going to take Luigi from me.
I don't feel like we did.
My quote unquote friends.
No, I've been thinking a lot about this and
about Luigi. Me too.
About Luigi, and I have a lot of questions. Most importantly, why is Luigi a mute sex pest?
Why is Luigi?
Why is Luigi?
How
is Luigi?
Luigi is
when is Luigi?
Luigi is a shadow, a shade created by in the likeness of Luigi in the form of goop. But so
Luigi
the physical form
is the Babadook. He is everywhere.
The physical form is just because it was created in Luigi's likeness, but the attitude and the personality that it displays is strictly, it's a nature versus nurture thing. Egad doesn't teach Luigi to be a sex pest.
No.
So that must be innate somewhere within Luigi when Luigi's id separated from his ego and superego.
Yeah. That's the thing. There's probably 3 fractions of Luigi's psyche that broke apart. And we did get the worst one. The other 2 are locked somewhere away.
I like this because I think it explains Waluigi too. And it means that perversion is just an innate personality trait of Luigi, and Luigi is the only one constantly keeping it in check. And Waluigi and Luigi both have no governor on their pervert.
Right, it's just unchecked Luigi.
Yeah.
It is, I would say, and I don't know, this is maybe commentary for Luigi. It's kind of a appeal, the movie Us kind of situation.
Yeah.
That maybe we did get left with the bad one.
Yeah.
And Luigi is really just trying to get back into society, and he's misunderstood because he has been locked away for so long. But we're never going to know because we launched him into international waters where he can't hurt us for at least the foreseeable future.
There you go.
All right.
Kyle.
We'll talk about Luigi some more in the post show.
Nope. Sure don't.
Never have.
So do you all remember the Metroid Prime DS game? The Metroid Prime Hunters.
Yeah, I played a lot of that game.
The game that no one talks about.
Yeah.
That game is famous for, 1, being the DS Metroid Prime game, and 2, introducing 6 like rival bounty hunters to Samus. Their names, Candon, Spire, Weevil, Noxus, Trace, and Silux, were not invited to this party. They are not friends of the franchise, let's say. So they all showed up at about midnight looking to cause trouble. Andrew, you in the setup, you kind of asked, we all prepare for what if this guy shows up. This is a what if these guys show up situation.
Sure.
And by the nature of it being midnight on Halloween in an abandoned construction lot, they're looking for a fight. So we do bounce them from the party, but a brawl happens in this construction lot, and unfortunately, someone calls the cops, and the party gets shut down by 1:00. But that's what happened.
What a pool!
Was one of those Weevil? The other ones I don't think were too bad, but Weevil,
the space pirate who was converted into a cyborg after his entire body was irreparably damaged in a past battle with Samus.
Wow, I had no idea you knew so much off the cuff Metroid knowledge.
Just off the dome.
Off the dome.
You know they're meant to be forgettable because each one of them is a different primary color.
Yeah.
They sure are.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've heard some compelling reviews. Each one of you give me your final thoughts, closing arguments, and we'll close this bad boy out.
Look, I pitch you a destination Halloween vacation party, and it's all Jurassic Park themed. You don't ask any other questions. You have the time of your life.
Always ends well for the people in Jurassic Park. That's for sure.
Honestly, at least 3 named characters make it out every time.
Yeah. So. Is this your story? Only time will tell.
It's never the person concerned about the island. I'll make that clear. They don't make it.
I do really like the idea that, like, we're just going to run this straight. Most people are going to die. Maybe you won't.
It's pretty much the plot of all the Jurassic Park movies.
Yeah.
Just don't lose.
Just don't lose. Don't be the last one.
You don't have to be faster than the dinosaur.
Just faster than the science nerd who's still at the computer trying to lock the doors. Yeah, I'll give you mine here, Andrew. Come to Luigi's 2025 Halloween beach mansion party / fundraiser so that we can further our anti-Guigi efforts for the good of all mankind. There's a Venmo QR code on the door. We're just asking for some help.
We got a spaceship in an abandoned construction lot. We're doing aliens, and there's amazing brownies.
And whippets, probably.
The whippets are not sanctioned, but, like, if that's your thing,
We're not
BYOW.
yeah.
All right. Why don't you end this out on a high note? Give me some good vibes.
Yeah, this was fun. I had a very good time with this until Todd brought up Luigi. But before then, still was pretty fun. I do think Luigi's Mansion, Ghostbusters goes together like chocolate and peanut butter. It's a good call. You talked about all of the people that I remember from Luigi's Mansion. So not having any other people in those games. I like that a lot. Kyle, Metroid Alien's really good, dude. And also, what a genuinely tight idea it is to do a themed party and set up like a photo booth of realistic scenes from the movie that you can reenact. That's really tight. I would love to do that at a Halloween party. And you made the mistake of doing the Freudian slip of play wrestling with Ripley instead of Ridley, and that would get me to a party. So I think it's good all around.
Yeah, Matt, what's one more take at Jurassic Park? I mean, we'll get it right this time, probably. I do love envisioning all the various Yoshis of, Yoster's Isle or whatever they want to call it in whatever situation. Like big Yoshi, big Chungus Yoshi. He gets to be a dinosaur. Boshi, the rat one of the sunglasses, he gets to be a dinosaur. I think that's fun, and it's also a fun, like, the internet has already made images of Yoshi as the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, so why not just, like, run with it? And again, if you die, maybe you won't.
Maybe you won't.
Kyle, you had me at abandoned spaceship in a construction site. Yours has the best energy of, like, a gentrified downtown neighborhood pop-up Halloween bar. They're like, hey, you know that
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, good, bad, or otherwise, it would be a really cool pop-up event. They would just turn that brewery that popped up out of nowhere into a spaceship, and here's a photo booth, and it's using the Snapchat filter to put a bursting face hugger on your face, or an alien out of your chest.
Yeah,
I think that's fun.
Yeah. Matt, I really like just the acknowledgement first that Jurassic Park is a horror movie. Thank you and good work. I like a lot of what you did. I will not repeat good things, but I just want to point out that the like hayride as the central theme is a very good like connection to Jurassic Park, because Jurassic Park every Jurassic Park movie has a like let's go through the part of the park that is supposed to be fun. And then the bad happens. Yep. And excellent setup for a hayride. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Todd, Luigi's Mansion, and I know I said Luigi.
I know what you said.
Very good, just setting for a Halloween party. Love the Ghostbusters connection, and you did another Sigourney Weaver movie. We're Sigourney Weaver pals.
We'll do our handshake off camera.
Yeah, you're Sigourney weaving.
We're Sigourney weaving.
Ooh, good. Well, there's no execs, no wild
Are we free
on
from the
ramp
execs?
here. Not today, just from today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're on fall break.
They're on fall break. My entire life, all of the media I've consumed, the books I've read, the games that I've played, the movies I've watched, everything, I feel like has led to the idea of driving a mech around an abandoned construction site and shooting aliens in the face. Therefore, Kyle, just a dead sweep victory.
Yeah.
The Aliens X Cross Metroid is very good. I think my favorite part of this is Metroid is a game obviously heavily inspired by aliens.
100%.
You could argue they're already reenacting the movie, which I love. And I love the idea of like, no, you're going to hang out with Samus Aran, who has gone on all these other adventures, and reenact aliens.
Yep.
That's very good. I like that. Great stuff all around. Thank you all for your time and your willingness to get a little silly today. And thank you all out there for listening to Debate This. Of course, as always, you can follow along with the arguments on Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon, all at Debate This Cast, or right on our website at debatethiscast.com. Once out of every month, we have a Patreon exclusive episode. Right now, we are wrapping up, as of this recording, the last of our episodes of Deconstructed, which is our Disney Channel original movie watch-along podcast. What's coming next month? I don't know. Maybe you'll find out next month. But if you want to find out along with us what our next Patreon exclusive show is going to be, maybe you should head over to patreon.com/debatethiscast, where for $5 a month, you can get access to said Patreon exclusive feed for that free for that paid episode once a month.
That not free.
In addition to other things like access to our Discord server and access to the Google Notes that we share and we reference literally all the time. Until next time, I'm Andrew Henderson.
I'm Matt, Jurassic Park 3, the one where the dinosaur says, Yoshi! Cole.
I'm Todd, Professor Egad, PhD, won't be at the party because he's on the no-fly list. Thomas.
And I'm Kyle. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with Luigi, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Harper.
And we're saying thanks for debating with us. And if you think we're wrong, you can come fight us behind the swing sets, nerds.